stay in your house and pray, and heaven will listen to you. It's not that when you stay in your house and pray that God will not answer you, or you will not. There are quiet time, but these are instruction, direct instruction from God. At times, God will not come from heaven and do it, but He will send a servant. He will send a vessel. It may not necessarily be a pastor or a teacher or anybody, but God will just send a vessel. It may be a lady, it may be a boy, it may be a child, it may be anybody who have a breath, who is a human being, who can speak out. God will use every channel to speak to somebody, to pass a message to a community, to pass a message to an individual. If you follow instruction, you will be constructed. The reason why a lot of Christians are facing challenges is because they don't follow instruction. They think that they know it all. They think that they have been reading the Bible. They have been going to church. You go to church, you read the Bible. But do you know the interpretation of what you have read so far? A man who is a professional, who knows what it takes to catch fish in the night, who knows that the best time to get fish is in the night, who knows the best place where you can get fish. At that moment, he dropped his personality. He dropped his professionalism. He dropped anything he knows about catching fish. He obeyed a man who do not know anything about catching fish. Jesus is not a fisherman. Jesus is not he is not near to anywhere catching fish. He's not even in the business of the fish catching. He's a preacher. So he now gave instruction. See, when you follow instruction, you will be constructed. When you obey instruction, you will see things working out for you in a gradual process. A lot of people look for a fast way to become a billionaire, a millionaire. No, you don't follow the fast way. You follow instruction. You don't follow the fast way because the fast way leads to death. The fast way leads to destruction. When you try to manipulate a lot of things to be in the favor of your own way, it means that you are finding a way to your destruction, a way to your destruction. That is the reason why every Christian needs to focus on a finishing work of Christ. You need to follow everything on a gradual process. You need to follow the direction being given to you by Jesus. A lot of us are making mistakes today because we think that our pastor, our evangelist, our teacher, our prophet, our spiritual director who told us what to do, that they are foolish. Remember, the scripture said that he uses the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. If you need to get out of the mediocrity you found yourself, simple, obey instruction. Some of you have dreamt. Some of you, God spoke to you in your dream and say, this is what you are going to do. This is what you are going to do. And that is what you are going to do. When you wake up, you say, it's a mere dream. Let me just forget about it. It's a mere dream. And suddenly, after maybe a month or 2 months or 2 weeks, suddenly those things you saw in your dream will begin to manifest. The dream is for you to take precaution. For you to see dream, to see revelation, is for you to work on yourself, because revelation is an event of the future, the past, and the present. So you be careful of the things you saw in your dream. When you wake up, try to analyze it very well. Try to pray and ask God which way is the way forward concerning this situation, concerning what I have seen so far. Which way is the way forward concerning what is happening? That is how you found out things that God is trying to say. God speaks every day. God speaks through your circumstances. God speaks through the availability at that moment, the things, the people around you. God speaks around the situation that you found yourself. In every situation, try to have a listening ear, the sound of the Spirit, to know what you are instructed to do, to know what you are ought to do, to know what you're supposed to do. Because if you don't follow instruction, if you don't follow directive, if you don't follow to hear, to listen, to do, you're bound to make mistakes. And when those mistakes comes, you begin to regret ever venturing into such thing in life. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord cause his face to shine upon you.